Welcome to Life Skills with Louie. I'm Louie. Today we are talking about accumulating positive experiences, also known as having fun, in the short term. There is another video about it in the long term. If you haven't watched the introduction to responding to gaps in resilience, please do so you understand this whole section. And if you haven't watched the two introductions to the Getting to Great section, one about mapping your experience and the other about responding to your experience, I encourage you to do that so that you understand how this whole section works. Finally, if you haven't watched the introduction to the entire video series, please do that. It orients you to the 5 sections and when to use them. It's helpful for if you're new to this. It's also helpful if you are feeling a little lost. Now, to dive into accumulating positive experiences, also known as having fun. This is certainly a favorite section of mine. Not always the easiest for me because I can be a little serious and work with my own fear to let myself have fun, which I'll speak about. And at the same time, such a valuable skill. Bottom line, we all need to have fun. And fun does not mean it needs to take a lot of money. The best fun is usually free and spontaneous. It's something we're inherently able to do. There are things that can make it much harder, and sometimes you have to, just as a little aside, practice the skill opposite action to emotion to gently nudge yourself into fun. And if that skill seems needed, refer to that section within this set of skills, Getting to Great. But I like to start with a little story that taught me a lot about fun. I was watching this nature video about wolves hunting caribou, and they had to hunt for a very long time. They basically try to outlast it because they can sort of trot along the wolves for a long distance. So for a number of days, they were following this caribou, wearing it down, and then finally got to this point where the pack of wolves was going to try to take the caribou down. And they went through this whole process, and it was kind of dangerous for them, and they failed. The caribou got away. And of course, that's a huge blow. It's also like very related to their basic survival. And what fascinated me, though, was that what happened spontaneously and naturally was after that failure, before they went out on another hunt, they played. They actually boosted each other's morale to get themselves back in the zone where they could go hunt again. And that felt so key and tells me how deep this is locked in our DNA, that we need this. We need to play to boost our morale, especially in hard situations. I learned about this skill through dialectical behavioral therapy, DBT, and Marsha Linehan and her group that created that have a set of handouts within DBT in the emotion regulation section. If you're interested and want to work with a therapist that does that type of therapy, that has like 200 or so different types of activities that could be fun. I find just reading that list fun. Of course, you can also Google online. You can look for a lot of different things about play and fun. Many people are exploring this. And the big thing here is to figure out what is fun to you and have fun regularly. This is half of one whole type of therapy about behavioral activation, which is key for depression. The A of the ABC please and the B are really important for depression, that feeling of fun and that feeling of accomplishment. If you have more of it, you're more resilient and less vulnerable to depression. So we all need to have fun. It can be very small things, just listening to a certain song, dancing, being silly, laughing with a friend, things that boost your morale, watching some comedy, anything, and expand your repertoire and really explore having fun in the short term. These little bits of fun that you have over the course of the day, be aware of how much fun you're having, and if you're at a deficit, do your best to correct it. It makes a huge difference for your overall morale and is essential to explore and master. to be a resilient person.